Go back. Hey guys, how are you? Man, if I do this, my forehead becomes so big. You see that? But we just trying to go live and see what happens here. So cat, go back. Go back, buddy. Let's go help this cat. Let's go help this cat. Yeah, buddy. What's the matter? What's the matter? You doing okay? Yeah, you doing okay? You need water? You need water? Alright, I'll give you water. Right here. Yeah, go, drink it. Alright, see you, buddy. Oh, the floor was wet. Anyways, I had a socks and the floor's wet. But so I'm trying to get the YouTube going. That's where we're gonna be focusing next few weeks. Majority of my time will be spent here. Cause I don't know. I mean, mainstream media is changing so fast. I feel like right now, although they're not that different, but I think YouTube kind of aligns with what I want to do more than TikTok right now, because I'm heavy on TikTok. I was, but not anymore since that since it was bought over by the most dangerous people on the planet, and they're probably going to start censoring everybody who uses it, and a lot of people will be in trouble, trust me. If you ask me, TikTok is going to be a censorship place for not the United States. Most likely it will for the United States, but I'm thinking far beyond the United States. And the reason why I kind of like YouTube is, hey, whatever damage YouTube could have done, it's already happened, and it's already censoring. So if you're already on YouTube, you probably seen the worst. That's my point. It's like, if you're already here on YouTube, you've seen the worst. And the market's been crushed today, man. I guess last night, I mean, so far I think Bitcoin fell to 102,900, so on about 103,000. It's been in, yeah. When you check monthly, it's scary. It's not that, I mean, you have 3 long weeks on the past 3 months that it was trying to pass, but it's not passing. I mean, yeah, it was higher high, so last month was the highest, so it's not creating high lows on the monthly. Come on, what is wrong with you, TradingView? But if you really check the monthly, it is a game. It's a game. It is a game. Man, the liquidity sitting above is insane. Anyways, let me remove this mark. Come on. What got to your head? You need to get this thing out. Huh. You're not letting me delete. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna show you guys something, okay? Really quickly. So for the past, this is the new month, so don't worry about this. It's probably trying to go, it may even go below. I'm thinking it's gonna do what this did. But also this one did not create lower low right here. It just came down, slamming, taking all that liquidity. All the way, this is even lower because we started right here. So this candle is actually not doing that bad if you look at it. But then look at this. If this was lower low, high lows, I think it would have been in danger. But each one of these is higher than next. I mean, forget about this one. It's still close bullish. But look at this giant. This was like over $20,000 candle that month. I mean, it slammed almost 100,000 on the top. It went to 125 plus. So that was the longest. But right now we are right here for the first 4 days. Not doing bad, but I'm thinking it came to grab all that liquidity, and then we're going to sweep. That's what I think is gonna happen. So I think they're setting up. I think they're setting them up. Everybody's gonna be scared. But the reason why they're doing that is like smart money is they are smart. That's why they are smart. That's why it's smart money, because the people behind it is smart. And they know people been buying this stuff since 70, 80,000 to 100,000. I mean, since from the bottom. And if they take a loss, they don't care at this point, because they're filling up the tax next year, and that loss is gonna be tax write-off. So tax write-off is coming for them, so they don't care. But they have to wait about, I think, 30 days at least before they start opening. So I'm thinking we still have 1 week at least of downturn. Anyways, that's that. I don't know why I started talking about that, but currently it's just creating green candles and breaking structure. But other than that, what I was saying is I don't really feel um like YouTube's been bad the entire time. I mean, it didn't change at all. And we're not gonna expect it to get better. I mean, it's owned by Google, to say the least. But people who are taking TikTok, they're not new to the game, but they're more dangerous. So I'm thinking whatever we say on TikTok is just going to be important to make sure, because we're going to be censored heavily. Hmm. So that's why I'm live here. I don't know. I know there's nobody here. Again, I don't really care, because right people will show up. End of the day. Let's see. What did I add it? What can I add? There's retouch. There's filters. We can add some filters. Wow. Look at that. We can even make that one. Hmm. I like this. I like this. All right, let's see. Um, by the way, creating on YouTube is, I mean, on Facebook is nowadays. If you have a following on Facebook, you should check it. I think it's getting better because the competition is getting hard. And I did release a lot of videos from my IG.
Who are you talking
I'm
to?
talking to my friends.
What?
I'm talking to my friends.
Are you?
They can't
Really?
see. They
Let me
can't
see.
see. They can't see you.
a universal belief in them. It is one of the most beautiful characteristics of theosophy that it gives back to people in a more rational form everything which was really useful and helpful to them in the religions which they have outgrown. Many who have broken through the chrysalis of blind faith and mounted on the wings of reason and intuition to the freer, nobler mental life of more exalted levels, nevertheless feel that in the process of this glorious gain, a something has been lost, that in giving up the beliefs of their childhood, they have also cast aside much of the beauty and the poetry of life. If, however, their lives in the past have been sufficiently good to earn for them the opportunity of coming under the benign influence of theosophy, they very soon discover that even in this particular there has been no loss at all, but an exceeding great gain, that the glory and the beauty and the poetry are there in fuller measure than they had ever hoped before, and no longer as a mere pleasant dream from which the cold light of common sense may at any time rudely awaken them, but as truths of nature which will bear investigation, which will become only brighter, fuller, and more perfect as they are more accurately understood. A marked instance of this beneficent action of theosophy is the way in which the invisible world, which before the great wave of materialism engulfed us, used to be regarded as the source of all living help, has been restored by it to modern life. All the charming folklore of the elf, the brownie, and the gnome, of the spirits of air and water, of the forest, the mountain, and the mine, is shown by it to be no more meaningless superstition, but to have a basis of actual and scientific fact behind it. Its answer to the great fundamental question, if a man die, shall he live again, is equally definite and scientific, and its teaching on the nature and conditions of the life after death throws a flood of light upon much that, for the Western world at least, was previously wrapped in impenetrable darkness. It cannot be too often repeated that in this teaching as to the immortality of the soul and the life after death, theosophy stands in a position totally different from that of ordinary religion. It does not...
Zach, I took all three.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Jeff took his meds too.
Excellent.
Williams Clifford, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I want to sail out on the flood tide of life to the uttermost reaches of self, forgetting the petty conventions of men and the scramble for power and pelf. I want to sail out to the island of love and couch myself there on your breast, to be soothed by your passionate, vile, sweet voice and lulled by its music to rest. I want to be warmed by the sun of your smile, refreshed by the rain of your tears, content in the clasp of your compassing arms as we drift down the tide of the years.
What kind of poetry is that? Sounds like a normal talk. Not that I know poetry, but it's so interesting. It sounds different. I don't know why. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Are you going to mob it
What?
too? You're going to mob it as well?
I'm gonna go mop my room, yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna wet mop Jeff's room too.
Oh, you would do that?
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to.
Perfect. Appreciate you.
It was a pretty quiet night last night.
It was?
No.
You miss Abdi, huh?
I mean, he was here for a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but after that, like after he left, it just like quickly quieted down, and we're like, what? Like, wow, it's quiet in here. Khadija went and slept for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, Khadija gets to sleep.
Yeah, she must have been tired.
Somebody's in front of our house.
It is? All right.
No, I think there's somebody.
Oh, okay. I thought because we were waiting to medication.
I'm gonna go get that trash can.
Is it empty?
Yeah, the lid is
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it now. Oh no, I didn't lock myself out. It's amazing, guys. I like it. Go ahead and follow, subscribe, follow. I get used to TikTok, guys. I'm switching from TikTok. I don't want to be on TikTok, but this is not monetized still. But hey, you guys, if you guys get me going, then this channel could be useful. You know what I mean? It's just we need the hours and the community, which we have not built yet. So, but it will come. It will be a little bit. Yeah, in case you wonder what I'm doing, bringing the trash can back. I locked that one, I think. All right, so that's what we're doing, guys. Connection could be slow, but we'll see how it goes. I'll be back, guys. What? Abdi is here.
Oh,
Yeah, Abdi's coming, so the manager's here.
hello.
Yeah, boss. Is this still wet? I don't think it is, right?
It was.
It was, huh? Was it bad?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
How does it even work? Oh, this way. This is how you put it. You doing okay?
Yep.
Just soda? I mean, energy drink? Looks like you need some energy, huh? It doesn't reach. What's better? What is that sound?
What?
What was that sound? Are you honking?
Yeah, mopping.
Oh, you are drying the thingy. Gotcha. I was wondering what the sound was, but now I get it.
Zach, how do you not know what the mop bucket sounds like?
How do I know?
How do you not know?
I don't even know anything.
Zach, you be working here long enough to know that a mop bucket makes noise.
It does?
Yeah, this one does.
I guess I forgot it.
I guess you're just gonna have to learn the noise from the mop bucket, aren't you?
Yeah, I have to listen to it 100 times and probably will get used to.
You mop every day, Zach, with the same mop bucket.
I have never seen that one specifically.
Mop, liar.
Was it from 2 years ago?
No. You just used it yesterday to mop.
I did?
Yes.
Damn, I forgot it. What's Abdi doing outside?
I don't know.
Is he reading some books or something?
He might be on the phone.
Yeah, I also checked. I was about to say, maybe, yeah, he's probably on the phone.
He's probably on the phone while the doctor's off screaming at him.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you said it was a boring night last night. It was a quiet night and peaceful, right?
Quiet night.
That's what you need. If it's a night, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be quiet, calm, and peaceful. everybody go to bed and relax.
Yeah,
Know what I
you
mean?
need to go to bed earlier.
I don't, unfortunately. Well, last night I did, but then by 11, when I get there, 11:30, I was on bed, but I didn't fall asleep until 1:30. It was hard for me to get up this morning. But we're still there, and I'm still here. So, so we made it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Another day.
Yeah. Another day. One less thing from your work schedule. After today, you
Who?
only have 10
Yeah.
more days. And then you're off.
What happens to weekend? Oh, weekends probably Abdi will come back unless our friend starts.
Hold on.
You doing okay? Is he in the bathroom?
No, he's in his room.
Damn, boy, turn on the TV and play a video game.
His TV is on.
Oh, it's quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, silence.
What?
You know he can't be without you.
He always wants something.
Section 1 of The Anti-Coup. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Anti-Coup by Gene Sharp and Bruce Jenkins. The Anti-Coup. Supporters of political democracy, human rights and social justice have good reasons to be alarmed about coup d'etat. These abrupt seizures of the state apparatus have occurred with great frequency in recent decades. Coups have overthrown established constitutional democratic systems of government, halted movement towards greater democracy, and have imposed brutal and oppressive regimes. Coup d'etat are one of the main ways in which new dictatorships are established. Coups may also precipitate civil wars and international crises. Coups remain a major unsolved defense problem. A coup d'etat is a rapid seizure of physical and political control of the state apparatus by illegal action of a conspiratorial group backed by the threat or use of violence. The members of the previous government are deposed against their will. Initially, the coup group rapidly occupies the centers of command, decision-making, and administration, replacing the previous chief executive and top officials with persons, military or civilian, of their choice. Eventually, they gain control of the whole state apparatus. Successful coups are usually completed quickly, at most within 48 hours. Coups d'etat have taken place in dozens of countries in nearly every region of the world in recent decades, including in Thailand, Burma, the Philippines, Brazil, Czechoslovakia, Ghana, Liberia, Chile, Fiji, Greece, Libya, Laos, Guatemala, Argentina, Grenada, Poland, and the Soviet Union. Coups have been very widespread in Africa in the post-colonial independent countries. The first of these was a military coup which ousted Kwame Nkrumah as president of Ghana in 1966. There were 5 coups in Thailand between 1951 and 1976, making the growth of a democracy difficult. In Libya, Muammar Gaddafi took power as a result of a 1969 military coup. The Allende government in Chile was deposed by a military coup in 1973. The 1964 military coup in Brazil brought in a repressive military regime that ruled for years. In Guatemala, the 1982 coup was followed by another coup, which eventually placed retired General Rios Montt in charge. The 1981 declaration of emergency and installation of General Jaruzelski as president in Poland to repress the Solidarity Independent Labor Union, as well as the failed hardline coup attempt in the Soviet Union in August 1991, are among the best-known examples in recent decades. Coups and coup attempts continue. Some writers have commented that coup d'etat, not elections, have been the most frequent means for changing governments, and that for post-colonial Africa, the military coup has, in effect, become the institutionalized method for changing governments. It has been suggested that coups are now occurring with less frequency than previously, but also that this decline may be short-lived, and that even when a coup has been waiting for many years, the country may remain vulnerable. Massive efforts and sums of money are regularly devoted to prepare to resist foreign aggression. Yet, virtually nothing is done to prepare societies to deal with the defense problem of coup d'etat, despite their frequency in world politics. Serious consideration of anti-coup defense is long overdue. End section 1.
Section 2 of The Anti-Coup. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Lynette Calkins. The Anti-Coup by Gene Sharp and Bruce Jenkins. How coups operate. Seizure of the actual political machinery of command and administration will often begin by action against top personnel of the previous government and seizure of government buildings and offices, military and police headquarters, and control centers for communications and transportation. Coups normally operate very quickly, often within a few hours, and therefore secret conspiratorial planning is important. Coups are most often conducted by a critical part of the military forces, acting alone or in alliance with political cliques, intelligence organizations, domestic or foreign, or police forces. Sometimes coups have been executive usurpations. An established head of state, president or prime minister, for example, falsely claiming an emergency, acts to suspend a constitutional government and establish a dictatorship. Sometimes coups have been led by a dictatorial political party, with or without its own paramilitary forces. Coups may also be initiated by a section of the ruling elite, backed by other groups. If the coup is to succeed, it is important that non-participants in the coup be supportive, remain passive, or be made ineffective. Because of its minority and conspiratorial nature, a coup is the opposite of a mass popular revolution, although putschists may call their action a revolution. The group initiating the coup usually intends to use the power of the section of the state which it already controls, or over which it expects at first to gain control, against the other sections in order to gain complete control of the state. Often the other sections readily capitulate. They may do this in face of perceived overwhelming forces supporting the coup. They may also capitulate because they do not strongly support the established government, have active sympathy for the putschists, or feel helpless, not knowing what else they can do. The usurpers normally intend to maintain order and to keep the bureaucracy, civil service, military forces, local government, and police intact, at least for the time being, but to bring them under their command. The new government imposed by a military coup may be fully military, partially military, or fully civilian in personnel. The combined power of the state under the usurpers can then, if necessary, be applied against the rest of the society to extend and consolidate the control of the whole country. End of section 2.
Section 3 of The Anti-Coup. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Anti-Coup by Gene Sharp and Bruce Jenkins. When are coups likely to occur? In some countries, an internal coup is unthinkable, as in Norway and Switzerland, for example. Some conditions tend to impede coups. Where democratic constitutional procedures exist, are respected, and provide for peaceful, institutionalized means to resolve internal conflicts, to change governments, and to hold government officials accountable, a coup d'etat will be less likely. If the groups capable of conducting a coup, as the army, believe in democratic processes and respect the limits that have been placed on their authority, they are unlikely to attempt a coup. They may instead exert self-restraint, believing that it would be wrong to stage a coup. The social structure of the society is also influential in determining whether a coup d'etat is likely to happen. Where the civil, non-state institutions of the society are strong and democratically controlled, and military institutions and anti-democratic political parties are, in comparison, weaker, a coup is not likely to occur. Where the society works together in a relative harmony, a coup is not likely. That situation, however, is rare and is not required to prevent a coup. If the internal problems are at least of limited severity and can be dealt with by institutionalized and other peaceful procedures, a coup is less likely. Or if acute conflicts are present, but are conducted non-violently instead of by internal violence, the stage will not be set for a coup by a group that promises to end internal violence and to restore law and order. Where politicians seek to serve the society and avoid corruption, one justification for a coup will be removed. On the other hand, when those conditions are not present, the society may be vulnerable to coups. The roots of democratic political systems may be shallow or eroded. The government may be seen as illegitimate, and there may be widespread dissatisfaction with its performance. Perhaps it may be charged with incompetence, corruption, or indecisiveness in times of crisis. Confidence in the capacity of democratic procedures to remedy the situation may be widely lacking, and in some cases, there may be no agreed procedures for succession of governments. The civil non-state institutions of the society, voluntary institutions of many types, political parties, independent educational institutions, religious bodies, trade unions, and many other types, may be weak or nearly non-existent. Also, the general population may lack significant participation in the political system. Consequently, there would be no groups and institutions capable of opposing a seizure of the state apparatus. The society may have very serious internal problems associated with violence, serious social unrest, acute economic problems, sharp political conflicts, or internal violence and assassinations may make the major parts of the society willing to accept a new strong government which promises to act to restore order and to end the crisis. Unfavorable economic conditions interacting with political factors may make a society vulnerable to coups, and it has been argued that the lack of diversification in exports and excessive dependency on a variable international market for exports can create conditions in which a coup is likely. At times, individuals, powerful groups, a dictatorial party, or a military clique may simply lust for power and domination, with or